Hello everyone, to the hotels and guest houses out there, this one is for you, scrap accommodation. And also to the schools and colleges out there, this one serves as a plus to the scrap scoring, inventory and accounting module. Right now, within the accommodation module in scrap, there are a series of steps that you have to go through to prepare the system and get it ready for use, as you can see on the right side of the screen. And then in the middle section of the screen, we have the where you'll be doing the actual processing within the scrap accommodation module. You'll be specifying the bill for your students, or where you'll be charging your client for using the facilities within the hotel or within the hostel. Right, quickly I'm going to take you through these steps of getting the system ready for use, which is not too different from that in the accounting module or that in the inventory module. The only difference is the room type and the room account as we have over here. Right, now the first step you have to go through to get the system ready for use is parameter, as you already know, where you'll be setting the academic year if it's a school, or the fiscal year if it's a hotel or a guest house. The next step being sign up, where you'll be registering all your clients or all your students. Then we have open an account, where you'll be opening an account for each of your clients or each of your students. Then the fourth step this time around is what we call room type. Let's go there and see, where you'll be creating the type of rooms you have available in the hotel. That is whether it is an executive room, or whether it is a 5-star room, or whether it's a 3-star room, etc., etc. So this is where you sort of categorize the rooms that you have available. So you enter the room type, maybe executive, then they give it a more descriptive name, executive. Then value, where you enter the value of the room or the amount that you're going to charge for people that rent that type of room. Then you click on submit. And the next step is room down here, where you'll be creating the actual rooms that you have available. So you sort of label or give names to the rooms you have available. Maybe you can say room 1. Then here you specify the type of room that room 1 belongs to, whether it belongs to the executive room or the 5-star type of room. Then you give the dimension to that room, that's the size of the room, the length, the width and the height. Then capacity, where you specify the maximum number of people that can be contained in that room. You enter it, and then the owner, who owns that room or who will be responsible for that room. When you're done, you click on submit. So this is where you'll be creating all the rooms you have available in the boarding facility or in the hostel or in the hotel. Right, then we have the next step, room account, where this is where you actually be allocating the rooms to the students or to their clients. So you sort of select the room ID and then you select the student or the client's account number that will belong to that room. So you'll be allocating them their rooms over here. So let me go back to the accommodation module. So we are done with these steps up to the 6th step. So we go to the 7th step, which is item, where you'll be creating the item that you'll be using to bill or charge your clients or your students for using the facilities. Then the last one is charge, where you set the charge that must apply when you prepare a bill, whether the tax or etc., etc. So that's it for the preparatory step of getting the system ready for use when running the accommodation module. You must take much emphasis on these steps: the room type, the room, and then the room accounts. Now there's this other option. We have the first one, class or minor group. Here you have the opportunity to group your clients or your students. Say your clients, that the type, based on maybe the type of food they eat, whether they are vegetarian, etc. So you sort of create those groups here as class. Then we have class level, or the major group, where you sort of categorize your client based on their geographical location, where they are coming from, whether they are coming from the Greater Accra region of Ghana, or whether they are coming from the US, the UK, etc., etc. Then we have class account. This is where you actually do the linking, or you put your clients into their respective groups or class that you created over here. Right, so this is like sort of an additional way of managing your clients. Right, so when you are done with these steps, then what you'll be doing normally is to prepare a bill for your client or your students for using the facilities. So you select the academic year or the fiscal year, the term, the bill ID, just like in the accounting module. Then select accommodation bill, since we are in the accommodation module. Then you select the groups that you want to prepare the bill for. You might have created it, so you select it here, etc., etc. Then you go ahead and click on bill specify. If there's a charge that you need to specify, you can select it here and click on add before you click on bill specify, where you will actually go there and enter the items for the bill, right? Just like we did in the accounting module. So that's it. Let me go back to accommodation. Now over here, you are required to approve every form that you submit before the accounting entries will be raised. Right. Now thank you so much for watching, but before I end, there's this one here, fund management or payment. This is where you actually capture payments when your client wants to pay for the facilities that they have used in the hotel, or in the guest house, or in the boarding facilities in the school. This is where you capture it, just like in the accounting module. Right, so thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye.